The two PS Plus games for this month were Killing Floor 2, a Left 4 Dead style wave-based zombie game, and Life is Strange, an episodic experience like those made by Telltale. Killing Floor 2 is the one that grabbed my attention instantly. I'd seen videos that a friend had made of the first one, and I thought it looked really cool. When you combine that with the fact that I'd already tried the first episode of Life is Strange, and that made me want to gouge my eyes out, there was really only one place I wanted to start. As Killing Floor can be played with other people, I decided to pick a time to play online with my best friend. I started the game and I was instantly really impressed by its visuals. I love the really visceral and psychotic feel it has. It's so in your face, and you see the zombies coming up to the screen screaming, and you have that heavy metal music in the background, and it feels kick-ass. Once we discovered that we could choose from a variety of different characters and give them equally cool shit to wear, we got really into the game's customization. So at this point, my excitement was growing, and it was growing pretty quickly. The customization options are excellent. They offer a lot of choice, but they also offer you really cool presets, which is good because I'm fucking atrocious at creating characters. I'd spend all day and my character would still look like shit. The selection of classes and guns is equally as good, if not better. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to use a pump action shotgun, whether I wanted to dual wield revolvers, or just go with an old style Winchester. And that's not even a third of your initial options. After perfecting my character and my class, I finally picked one, the pump action shotgun, which is a sport class. We were finally ready to play. So we tried to find the game, and 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 we couldn't find a single fucking server to use. No matter what we tried, we couldn't get the game to even search for a server. Why the fuck can't you host a private game? For a game so clearly designed to play with other people, that is a seriously fucking fatal flaw. So we gave up. Later on, I came back to the game myself, because I knew I wanted to make this video, and I gave it a try, and it was enjoyable. The experience was kind of flat though, and I felt like something was really missing. It turns out that, as expected, that thing was other people. Once I finally managed to get into a game with other players, my opinion of Killing Floor 2 improved drastically. I had a lot of fun. The weapons and kills are extremely satisfying, particularly if you're using my favourite, the pump action shotgun. Being able to upgrade weapons after every round is a really great addition, and I love that you're given free range to choose whatever weapon you want, even if it's not specifically listed in the class you're using. I feel like a lot of other games would arbitrarily tie you into using or picking certain weapons just because of the class you have, but it's really refreshing to see a game that doesn't do that. Although the game's mechanics generally do feel responsive and intuitive, I can't help but feel that they're a little bit too heavy at times. Some of the reload times are really long, and the speed at which your character sprints and turns is painfully slow. This is something that can become a huge annoyance when you're faced with fast and more daunting enemies during the later waves. Oh, and if you unlock a cool new biker outfit for your badass Japanese guy, guess what? You can enjoy it by paying €5 for it. €5 for a fucking biker outfit. Fuck off with your microtransaction bullshit. But anyway, if you're looking for a really enjoyable and visceral co-op multiplayer experience, I would recommend Killing Floor 2. If you get into a bloody game, that is. Will I continue playing it after it's gone from PS Plus? I think so. Co-op games are so few and far between these days, and I can see myself having a lot of fun with friends once I finally figure out how to fucking play with them. Next up is Life is Strange. I should preface my impression of the game by restating the fact that I had previously played some of the first episode before, as it's free to download from the PlayStation Store. Yo, killer rhymes. But anyway, I didn't have a good time playing it. Right off the bat, I knew it wasn't really for me. However, I decided to go into it with a more open mind this time, and to give the game a good chance to show me what it's made of. And to be honest, I did actually enjoy it a lot more this time around. I can definitely see its appeal. It's very stylish. I really do like the art style, and the accompanying soundtrack is very fitting. It's a very detailed and thorough backdrop upon which to develop characters. Although I didn't like many, or any of them, they're still pretty memorable. Every character has a personality unique enough that their thoughts, words, and actions stick in your mind. At least they stuck in mine, and I didn't really play for that long, to be honest, so that's a good sign. You could put that up to good character writing, but I also think it's because they're so cliched that I feel like I know them already, if that makes sense. To be fair, Don't Nod Entertainment did pull off the cliches well. They don't feel forced, and it's a good tactic to use to make the characters more easily understandable and also easier to empathize with. It might just be me, but I couldn't stand any of them though. The main character, Max Caulfield in particular. She's hipster to the point where it's incredibly obnoxious, and she does feel like a walking parody. Her personality comes across as really cold and self-centered as well.
You've been at Blackwell for almost a month without letting me know. Enough said. I just wanted to settle in first and not be such a shy, cliche geek. I totally would have contacted you.
Magnified by the way she acts as if she's the greatest human being that's ever existed, just because she's able to rewind time and eventually do the right thing after being a complete asshole. To me, Max Caulfield is like a cat. She's really cold, and everyone seems to love her, even though she's an unlikable dickhead. Okay, to be fair, all that is personal opinion though, and it's not really a constructive or a fair criticism of the game. In truth, the game does actually shine, right up until the moment when people start talking. The dialogue in Life is Strange is some of the worst I've ever heard in my life. It's the only video game that's ever made me physically cringe due to the way the characters speak. The whole teenage social media culture is so overplayed, and interactions between people are so exaggerated that they're rage-inducingly bad at times.
Reach out of Victoria, I can't wait to share.
Oh, score one for Team Max. It would be so karmic to see your ass clown face all over the interwebs.
It really makes the game unplayable for me. During my short time experiencing Life is Strange, I heard the fucking word hella enough to last me multiple lifetimes. Playing Life is Strange for me is like going on a date with a really beautiful woman. She has a lovely smile, a really nice voice, everything's great. Then 10 minutes into the date she makes an offhand comment about how black people are the cause of all society's problems, and your opinion of her drops down and out of your ass faster than violent diarrhea. I know I am definitely in the minority here, but Life is Strange really isn't for me. I could go on and talk more and talk at length about the game and why I don't like it, but I think it really is a case of it being a game that's just not for me. The whole atmosphere and story of the game just doesn't appeal to me. I have heard spoilers, I know what happens, I think it's interesting, it's good, they took some risks, which is impressive, but my impression of it is that it's a great game in its own way. It is a great game, but not for me. I wouldn't say it's overrated. You know, just because it's not for me, and just because I don't like it, and just because I didn't like the dialogue, doesn't mean it isn't good, and doesn't mean it doesn't appeal to certain people. And I know a lot of people that this game really resonated with, of all ages. And my ultimate impression is still not really a good one, so would I recommend it? I would absolutely recommend you try it for the sole reason that so many people seem to love it. I'm most definitely in the minority. I do not love it. I'm a lot closer to hating it than loving it, to be honest. Although that's not necessarily objective, as I've said. In summary, my experience, I think the game has some really excellent aspects, especially the ability to rewind time. But unfortunately, the dialogue is hella piss poor, and it just ruins the experience. So will I play it after it's gone from PS Plus?